Good morning, traders. So let's get cracking with the Dow. The Dow is cracking. Um, Unbelievable how strong the bulls are in this market, and it doesn't matter what the bears try, they fail more often than not. But anyway, so we are busy with another rejection bar on the weekly, and it's almost like uh, the bulls have now decided to hell with us. We're going to continue on our journey, and I'm hoping that's the case, because then we can get some of this action here, and this is what I'm waiting for, to be able to get into your trades and just keep adding, keep adding as we trend. So that's ideally what I'm looking for, is a decent trending environment. And I just want to get a longer term picture here. I thought there was, you can see how this was a tail here, but I seem to remember looking at this a while ago. We've tagged that tail, and then we've now created another one. So we do have two overthrows on this, but that's now looking like a pretty solid, refined upward trend line with a couple of touches on it. So for the weekly, this is looking pretty interesting. Okay, nothing else that I can see here on the weekly, but we do have a pretty good rejection bar forming. Now, on the daily. So now you start seeing this trend line that I've drawn in, which how price is interacting with it. So I think it's going to be worthwhile keeping this trend line in place. Okay, so we do have a inside bar here, which is bullish. Okay, so we have a bullish pattern here. However, we have had a break of a level. Okay, so I'm just going to tidy it up to there. So this level, which we held for quite a few days, we broke through aggressively. We've come back. We could be testing that level. Okay, so we are testing the level, and we are below the alligator. Then a break below here is going to get violent. Okay, so a break below, basically the low of yesterday, is going to get pretty violent to the downside. Now, we pretty much hit the 50% Fibonacci. So for now, I'm going to assume that this is a retracement. Okay, so we are at a retracement. The concern I have, and it's pretty much the same in most markets at the moment, is that we have these little triangles forming, and this is just pure indecision. Okay, pure indecision. That's all it is. So people are unsure about what's going on in the world. So politics, geopolitical setups, Italy, Euro, there's just so much going on in the world at the moment, and it is indecision. So that's why we're getting this volatility, and it's also why we are getting so many triangles. So price just starts heading into an area and just sits there. So in saying that, I'm going to assume that we have a retracement of a 50% Fibonacci, and I'm expecting a break of this downward trend line here to the upside. Okay, so I'm going to draw a different line here. So this is another megaphone, but I'm going to assume that we are going to move to the upside. I'm actually going to change that pattern to a wedge. Okay, so there it is there. So it doesn't matter whether you see a megaphone or a wedge, it's the same thing. It's a downward consolidation retracement, which you should expect an upside move. Now, the upside move that I would expect would be pretty much something like this. So we move up, we retrace, and I would expect 25,835, which coincides with this high here. Okay, so this is kind of my swing trade setup on the Dow at the moment. The critical part of this is a break of this line here on the daily. Okay, so let's get down to 4 hour. Now, you can see the 4 hour, we had a pretty strong reversal. So again, potentially another V reversal setting up. Same as the DAX. And there is a good possibility that we are going to break through this trend line and with the upside. You can see how we powered into it. The sellers stepped in, but we're staying above the 200 EMA. So for me, I'm just going to put a little line in here. So long as we stay above the 200 EMA on the 4 hour, I'm quite happy. Let's get to hour. Okay, so I'm definitely going to be looking for longs. So a way to play this would be a break above here, because that would be a break of the 200 EMA plus the trend line. So that would be an interesting one. Another way to play it is to wait for any form of pullback during the European Open and get in there. Okay, and then just make sure that you have your big boy or big girl panties on, because at the US Open you're going to fluctuate with some big candles, and make sure that your stop can handle that. But I'm still of the opinion that we are going to be moving to the upside. This is a retracement, so there are two stories at play, as I pointed out. So we are heading into a Bollinger Squeeze. We have broken below the Alligator, and I want to just show you what I mean by that. You can see how here we break through the Alligator, we come back and we test the break, and then we continue moving down. So we're not quite out of the woods yet until we form a new high, essentially. Okay, but for the trade setup that's here, we have is that true, 1,000 point setup? That's possible. Sorry, I just want to double check my maths here. Yeah, so we have a pretty much a 1,000 point trade setting up on the Dow. Okay, 1,100 points. So for me, it's really look for the best risk to reward at this stage. So you can see the breakouts and the pullbacks. You can see pretty much anything you want to when you look at the charts. Bulls and bears will see signals at the same levels. So you just got to bear that in mind. So for me, we've had a low, higher low, and this right now is another higher low. Another green candle will confirm this, and it will also break out. Okay, so that's why I'm just going with the trend. The trend is up, so I'm looking for the long. Let's just get back to the hour. So okay, again, where to get in? So I'm definitely going to be looking at this area here. I just want to see what kind of stop loss we're working. 230 points. For a small contract, that's not too bad. That's acceptable, but I would rather wait for confirmation on a level of sort. So let's just get down to the 15. And what we'll see here is that we are ranging. So I think the same drill as the DAX this morning, really. We need to watch the 15, see what happens with the Alligator. If the Alligator keeps hovering, just keeps heading straight, so be it. Wait for this area here. Okay, this will be the 200 EMA on the 4 hour. So wait for price to get back to this area, and if it stays above there, get in, and then you can basically use this area here as your stop loss. So if we can get into this kind of area here, you've got a 50-point stop loss. Okay, so that's kind of what I'd be waiting for today. Definitely not looking for shorts. Have no interest in shorts unless we break. I would say if we start breaking below the 200 EMA here, and the Alligator starts pointing down on the 4 hour, then we're going to pull back and come and test the bottom here. But for now, I would expect us, with this move, I'd expect us just to range sideways for now. So you're looking for a long somewhere in that area there. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm playing for today. Definitely going to trade this into the upside, and if this trend line breaks, then we have a swing trade target of 1,100 points. So that's kind of a pretty good risk to reward at this stage. Anyway, so even if you do have a 200-point stop loss, 200-point stop loss to 1,000-point risk, 1,000-point reward is a 5-to-1 trade, which is a damn good setup. Anyway, guys, that's my setup for today on the Dow. Give us a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Give us a thumbs down if you didn't like it. And best of all, leave us a comment. Love to hear from you. Anyway, guys, enjoy the day. Catch you guys later.